The Detroit Lions and the Commanders met in the divisional round, and the Commanders defeated the Lions 45-31 to advance to the NFC Championship game. So, Jaden Daniels, 299 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brian Robinson Jr., 77 rushing yards on 15 carries and 2 touchdowns. De'Ami Brown, 6 receptions at 98 yards. Jared Goff, 313 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 14 carries, 105 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 receptions, 137 yards. So the story to me, really, for this game is that second quarter where the Commanders scored 28 points. Jared Goff played bad. He threw interceptions. He just was not looking very good in that second quarter and made a big hole for the Lions to climb out of. So much so that even if they had held the Commanders scoreless in the second half, it would have been 31-31. But of course, in the fourth quarter, they scored 14 more points. So it was 45-31 here. This, and for me, and I'm sure a lot of people, the first thing you want to talk about is like, wow, the Lions blew this. They really, really blew it. They went 15-2, number 1 seed, home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and we will get to that. But let's give credit to the Commanders. Second overall pick last season, rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, first year coaching the Commanders, and like amazing job. They're in the NFC Championship game. This has to feel great if you're a Commanders fan. Will be very interesting to see. I mean, they split with Philly this season, so could go either way there. Both teams are very good. So congrats to the Commanders there. Now let's talk about the Lions. Not necessarily as fun, because this is sad, because this was probably their best chance to win a Super Bowl. They came close last year, getting to the NFC Championship game, ultimately blowing a lead in the NFC Championship game, and the 49ers went on to win and go on to lose the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, which is extra frustrating because the Lions had beaten the Chiefs last season. So it's like, could they have won in the Super Bowl? Maybe. But they pretty much brought everybody back, including Ben Johnson, who very importantly will most likely not be their offensive coordinator next season. This felt like a last hurrah for him with the Lions, where it's like, okay, I'm going to give this team that I believe can win a Super Bowl, that I love being a part of, one more shot to win. But I got to take a head coaching job, probably to the Raiders. We'll see, probably soon. I would expect, honestly, by Wednesday, my next episode of Wicked Good Sports to be talking about him going to the Raiders. But for now, I really felt like this was the best chance for the Lions. And unfortunately, someone really like succinctly broke it down. The Lions now are Matt Stafford away from winning a Super Bowl. They probably can't win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Unfortunate as that is, he just is not good enough when it comes down to it in the playoffs here. And so, unfortunate for them. It'll be interesting to see what they do going forward. Maybe they have someone they can promote internally to kind of keep the same kind of offensive style that Ben Johnson's been doing, but disappointing time to be a Lions fan. I would listen, as a Dolphins fan, I think now I can like know stolen valor when it comes to being sad about a team. The Dolphins haven't been to a title game since I think it was like 94, 95, something like that, when they showed it yesterday after the Commanders made it. And so, second longest drought of any team. I think the longest is the Browns, who didn't exist for a portion of it. So, not great. But I would be sick if my team was so dominant in the regular season and then just whiffed in the playoffs. We got a little bit of that last year, where they started off really dominant, beat a team 70-20, and then lost in the first round of the playoffs. But my heart goes out to Lions fans. So if you're a Commanders or Lions fan, we'd love to hear your thoughts about this one in the comments.